Hari Om. Why do we say this prayer, Brahmārpanam, before we eat? Brahmārpanam Brahma haviḥ, brahmāgnau brahmāṇā hutam, brahmaiva tena gantavyaṃ, brahmakarmasamādhinā. What is the meaning of this prayer? Back in the day, they used to have a lot of fire sacrifices. And so this prayer was given so that that reality is remembered in and throughout every single sacrifice. The basic meaning is this: Brahmārpaṇam. Brahman is the ladle. Brahma Brahman is the offering. Brahmagnau. Brahman is the fire into which the offering is given to. Brahmaṇā hutam. And that offering is made by Brahman. Brahmaiva tena gantavyaṃ. Brahman is to be attained. By whom? Brahmakarmasamādhinā. By one who sees Brahman in all of their actions. The meaning of this verse is incredibly deep. But today, I am going to share how we can feel this verse in our day-to-day life. This is for all of the children, all of the youth, all of the families out there who are celebrating holidays, festivals, wherein a lot of food is being cooked. This is also for all of us to reflect on as we eat every single day. Every day we perform a fire sacrifice. Brahmārpaṇam, with our hand, our spoon, fork, chopsticks. The instrument with which we eat is God. It is God's grace. Brahmārpanam brahmaviḥ. That which we eat is also through God's grace. Brahmagnau, and that divinity or God is residing in our very stomach as our digestive fire. Brahmaṇā hutam, and that God resides in our hearts and is even the one performing this karma. Brahmena tena gantavyaṃ. And when we are in this awareness, brahmakarmasamādhinā, then we attain that God, that reality. So just think for a moment, right? Every day we perform the sacrifice of eating, and every day let's bring to our minds Brahmārpaṇam, the instrument with which we eat. It's so beautiful how we eat with our hands, with our fingers. We don't have 6 fingers or 7 fingers or 8, we have 5. And each finger represents one of the 5 elements: space, air, fire, water, earth. And the idea is that when we touch food with our hands, we are preparing our entire system to savor that food. We're preparing our gastric juices to take that food in, for our stomach to be able to relish it, and for our minds to be able to understand what's happening. And eating with our fingers also energizes the food. Once we use our hands and we sort of mash the food, this helps in our digestion because it's already making the pieces much smaller instead of shoving in big things into our mouth like how we normally do. And when we eat with our hands, we eat slower. We eat a lot slower. Just, that's it. We become more conscious. So when we say Brahmārpanam, may I be conscious that this hand is from God. This is an instrument given by that divine to help me relish and nourish food. Brahma haviḥ. And that very food which I am eating is also given by God. It's by the grace of God. Just to have one grain of rice on our plates, just imagine all of the things that have to happen. The sun has to shine, the rain has to fall, the wind has to blow, the soil has to be prepared, the seeds have to be sown, water has to be given, and the crops have to slowly, slowly grow. Patience has to be there. And when the crops finally grow, one has to separate out the rice from that husk. And there's the whole process of thrashing the rice. There's the whole process of taking out the rice and sieving it. There's the process of bringing it into a facility so that it can get packaged. And then it can get shipped. And then finally it can come into our homes for our parents, ourselves to cook. And finally, it lands in our plate. Just for that one grain of rice to land in our plate, how much does it take? How much cooperation? How much cohesiveness from every single unit of society has to be in place just for us to eat? So when we say Brahma haviḥ, may we realize every single thing that has gone into this plate of food. And may we eat with that awareness and gratitude so that we don't waste it. Brahma haviḥ. In the States, in the United States, about 70 to 80 billion worth of food is wasted each year. And this is household waste because we lack this awareness. We lack just being mindful about what we eat. Brahmārpaṇam, Brahma haviḥ, brahmagnau. The very digestive fire is also God. Is also that Bhagavan. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Aham vaishvanaro bhutva. So when we eat, how much do we eat? Ayurveda says that this much is how much we should eat when we put our two hands together. Half of it should be solid, 1/4 water, 1/4 we should leave space so that there's enough space, enough breath for it to digest. Sometimes we eat so unmindfully that we just eat and eat and eat in front of the TV or in front of the computer, and we don't know how much we consume. And when we overeat, we tend to feel so sleepy and sloppy. And when we undereat, we can't think about anything else but food. So brahmagnau is to realize that this divinity resides in my stomach also as my digestive fire. So let me eat how much I need to. Brahmagnau, brahmāṇā hutam. And the one who is eating is also that divinity, right? Because the essence of us is the same as the essence of God. It is that underlying reality. So that very awareness which makes us eat, that is also God. Brahmana hutam. Brahmaiva tena gantavyaṃ. What is to be attained by eating in this way? By eating in this way, we are able to come to the realization of ourselves. How? When we eat with awareness, to sustain our body, to keep our bodies healthy, we are able to perform our dharma, our duties. And not only that, but we are able to serve others. And it is only when we serve others we gain utmost purity to be able to learn this knowledge of who we are. So when we eat thus, we do and are able to attain that reality. Who is able to do this? Brahmakarmasamādhinā. brahmakarmasamādhinā, the one whose mind is absorbed in this truth, meaning the one who eats with this awareness. So we say this prayer before food, because this is something that we do every day. And our great rishis wanted us to have this reminder every day, that everything we receive is only through the grace of that divinity, that God. And the purpose for what we eat is only to attain that God, that reality. So I'm going to give you here a simple meaning today that you can take with you during this holiday season, so that we become more mindful of how we eat. May we eat with the awareness that all of this, all of the food that we've been provided, is due to the grace of God. May we eat with awareness, so that each bite is savored and we eat only how much we need. May we eat with that awareness to keep our bodies healthy, so that we can perform our duties cheerfully and serve the world as the living expression of God. Brahmārpaṇam, Brahma, brahmagnau, brahmāṇā, brahmaiva, tena, gantavyaṃ, brahmakarmasamādhinā. Hari Om. Shri Guru Namaha. Hari Om. Salutations to all of the great masters who have given us this knowledge and have lived